All right, welcome back. If you've been following along, we have quarter notes down. Now it's time to step things up with some eighth notes. And this is where drumming starts to get groovy because now we're going to have twice as many notes. All right, a quick recap of our last lesson. We were doing right, left, but we're counting them 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a quarter note. So an eighth note gets 2 beats for every one quarter note. And we count those 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you hear the quarter note in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if we put the quarters and the eighth notes together, this is what it sounds like. So you could hear I was doing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we can still use the same exercise from our last lesson, right, left, right, left. And if you play eighth notes at a slow speed, they will sound like quarter notes. So it'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I can go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So when you're going to be counting these ones, you got to remember, instead of just 1, 2, 3, 4, you got to put an and in between. So once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So what I did there was switch back and forth between the eighth notes and the quarter notes. So every 4 quarter notes that you have in a measure, you can have 8 eighth notes. 4 quarter, 8 eighth notes. So here's a little exercise I want you to work on. Now, counting out loud is probably going to help with this one. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course, you didn't hear me count the eighth notes, but I played them. So think of the quarter notes again, and then the eighth notes, twice as many notes. Now for practice, here's an exercise that I want you to do. And I want you to go back and forth between your right hand and your left hand. So now we're slowly going to start applying this to a whole drum kit. So I want you to practice this one with your right hand if you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, start with your left hand. So for the right hand, you're going to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then with your left hand, you're going to hit on the 2 and the 4. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then you're going to alternate with your left hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then practice that back and forth. And then that's slowly going to introduce you to getting you used to using your hi-hat. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and next lesson we're going to be adding in the 16th note, and I'll see you there.